Do you know what phrase Kong has heard most often in his life? No, not give back the banana, and not even get down from the tree. It's this one: get a degree and everything will be fine. Teachers repeated this mantra to Kong, then his parents, then his grandmother at the dinner table while he was reaching for his third piece of cake, and they all sincerely believed it. The problem is, they believed in a world that no longer exists. Let's be honest, Kong is not going to tell you that education is garbage. It's not. There are professions where they won't even let you through the door without a degree: doctors, lawyers, engineers. And college years are genuinely awesome. Friends, parties, first taste of freedom. But here's the catch. If your entire life plan sounds like, "I'll finish college and money will just appear," then Kong has bad news for you. This plan doesn't work. It hasn't worked for a long time. A huge number of graduates work outside their field. Many spend years paying off loans for an education that gave them nothing. Meanwhile, guys without degrees are building businesses and living the life that the educated can only dream of. Kong isn't saying you should drop out. Kong is saying that alongside your studies, you should start a side hustle, one that brings in pennies today but could bring thousands in a year. Honestly, Kong once thought the only path to money was to go work at a bank, put on a tie, and sit at a desk until retirement. Turns out there are much better options. And today, Kong will break down 7 directions where real people are making serious money. Anyone can start, from any city, without startup capital, without connections, without honors. Even a monkey. Especially Kong. And so this doesn't turn into another boring list, Kong will rate each direction on 3 parameters. First, learning curve, how long does it take to figure out? Second, startup cost, do you need money to begin? And third, income potential, how realistic is it to reach serious numbers? Let's go. Number 1, short-form videos without showing your face. Let's start with what's right in your pocket, your phone. Right now, there's a real war going on. No, not the one you're thinking of. A war between platforms. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Snapchat, they're all fighting for the same thing: your attention. Because attention is the new oil. The more people glued to an app, the more advertisers are willing to pay. And here's the key moment. To keep the audience, platforms need content. And to attract the people who create that content, they're willing to pay generously. Right now, social media is literally throwing money around trying to poach creators from each other. And here's the craziest part. You don't even need to show your face. There are creators under 20 earning hundreds of thousands a month posting short clips anonymously. No camera, no studio, just a phone, a free editor, and an understanding of how algorithms work. The formula is simple. Pick a topic that hooks: news, facts, stories. Add your own voiceover or text on screen, edit it so the first 2 seconds make people want to keep watching, and publish every single day. But there's a nuance. Platforms value original content the most, not chopping up other people's clips. Something where you've put in at least minimal creative effort, your own angle, your own editing, your own delivery. Kong tried just taking other people's clips and adding music. Know what happened? Copyright strike. Channel blocked. Kong slowly closed his laptop and stared at the wall. Don't be like Kong. Create your own stuff. Even if it seems harder, platforms will reward you for it. Some creators go further. They build multiple channels across different topics: sports, gaming, music, news. Each channel attracts its own audience, and the income multiplies. Want to learn how? Start right now. Every time you get hooked on a short video, stop and ask yourself, what exactly hooked me? Why didn't I scroll past? Write down the answers. In a week, you'll have a ready list of techniques that actually work. It took Kong 2 weeks, but Kong isn't the fastest. Ratings. Learning curve? Medium. It seems easy, but making viral clips consistently takes real practice. Startup cost? Practically zero. A phone and internet, that's all you need. Income potential? Huge. Platforms are paying generously right now. This is a window of opportunity that won't stay open forever. Jump in while you can. Kong is almost squeezed through. Number 2, managing online communities. The next method is perfect for those who already sit on the internet all day. Kong sits for 14 hours. It used to be called a problem. Now it's called a business model. We're talking about creating and managing servers on platforms like Discord and Telegram. Sounds unserious? Think again. Some guys at 18 and 19 are hitting tens of thousands a month in income simply because they know how to set up and run online communities. Why does it work? Because right now, every blogger, every brand, every business wants their own community. It's a trend, but most of them have absolutely no clue how to set one up. Bots, channels, roles, moderation, engagement, it's a dark forest for them. And that's where Kong shows up. Young, tech-savvy, raised on these platforms. What feels like impossible magic to some is just everyday life for you. The smartest move at the start, offer your services for free. Yes, free. I know, it sounds painful. But listen, find a beginner blogger or a small brand. Build them an amazing server. Show results. When they see the value, they'll start paying. And then they'll recommend you to others. Kong didn't want to work for free at first. He thought Kong is a genius. They should pay right away. So Kong sat by the phone and waited. Silence, cobwebs, tumbleweed. Then Kong built one server for free. And guess what? That person brought Kong 3 paying clients. The formula is simple. 4 clients at $250 and there's your $1,000. And if clients are bigger, you can charge way more. Kong's top tip? Join as many different communities as possible. Study what makes some servers alive and buzzing and others dead and empty. That's your market research. Ratings. Learning curve? Below average. You can learn the basics in a couple hours, but advanced stuff takes more time. Startup cost? 0. You just need a computer. Income potential? High. Demand is growing every month and specialists are still rare. Kong checked. Number 3. Investing. Now this is Kong's favorite topic, and simultaneously the most painful one, because this is where Kong lost the most money, and nerve cells, and bananas. Don't ask how you can lose bananas on the stock market. Kong found a way, but it's because of these mistakes that Kong learned a few things, and now he'll share so you don't repeat them. Technically, investing isn't a side hustle. You're not trading time for money, but Kong couldn't leave it out, because investing is when your money works for you while you sleep, eat, or watch this video. Many think you need to be a financial genius with a calculator for a brain. Kong thought that too. That's why Kong was afraid to open a brokerage account for 3 whole months. But the basic strategy that has worked for decades sounds ridiculously simple. You invest a fixed amount every month. Doesn't matter if the market goes up or down. Over time, your average purchase price evens out and your money grows thanks to compound interest. Kong learned about this too late. Don't be like early Kong. Let's do some math. If you put away $200 a month at an average return of 10% per year, in 40 years you'll have over $1 million. And this isn't fantasy. Historically, the stock market has delivered exactly this kind of return over long periods. Yeah, I hear you. 40 years? Kong doesn't want to be a rich retiree. And rightly so. That's exactly why investing is not a replacement for a side hustle. It's a complement. You earn fast money from your hustle and you send part of it to the market so it grows. The key word here is index funds. It's a basket of hundreds of stocks that grows along with the economy as a whole. You don't need to pick individual companies and guess who will take off. You just buy the entire market at once and don't stress. Kong tried to guess. He bought stock in a company that promised a revolution in banana production. The only revolution that happened was in Kong's wallet. It became empty. A moth flew out. Kong waved goodbye to it. Since then, Kong has been a die-hard index fund fan. He set up auto investing and forgot about it. 6 months later, he checked, and there was profit. Kong almost cried from happiness. He hugged his phone. But here's an important point. Don't invest everything. Keep money for growing your side hustle, because that's what will give you the capital that later grows on the market. Ratings. Learning curve? Low. You can understand the basics in 1 evening. It took Kong 3 evenings and 2 nervous breakdowns, but Kong is Kong. Startup cost? Minimal. You can start with just $1. Income potential? Long term. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Thousands a month in passive income is real, but it takes years. Kong is waiting. Patiently. Well, almost patiently. He refreshes the investing page every 3 seconds. Number 4. Online coaching.
Now, this method is booming right now, and here's why. People are lazy. No, seriously. All the information in the world is available for free. Want to learn to cook? YouTube. Want to get fit? A million articles. Want to learn a language? Apps. But people don't want to figure it out themselves. They want someone to hold their hand and walk them from point A to point B, and they're willing to pay for it. A lot. Online coaching is when you take your skill, package it into a system, and sell personalized guidance. Not a course nobody will finish, but actual one-on-one work. It can be anything: fitness, nutrition, design, programming, languages, social media, exam prep. If you know something better than most people, you can already sell it.
Kong, for example, is great at losing money on the stock market. Admittedly, not the best coaching skill. He even tried creating a course called How to Lose All Your Money in 30 Days. 0 students. Kong sadly closed the page. But now Kong knows how not to lose money, and that's actually more valuable. The process is straightforward. You do an intro consultation to understand the client's goals. You create a personalized plan. You schedule regular calls, answer questions, and adjust the course. Basically, you become a personal guide. The key to success is personalization. Courses give general information. You give specific solutions for a specific person. People pay 10 times more for that. 40 clients at $150, that's $6,000 a month. And you can work from anywhere in the world with Wi-Fi. Kong checked. There's Wi-Fi even on a palm tree. Well, almost. His laptop nearly fell, but Kong caught it with his foot. The world is changing. Before, you had to produce, package, and ship something to make money. Now, you can sell knowledge and experience without getting off the couch. This industry simply didn't exist 10 years ago, and now it's creating millionaires. Ratings. Learning curve, below average. If you already have a skill, you just need to learn how to package it. Startup cost, 0. A laptop and internet, you're in. Income potential, very high. People pay for convenience and a personal touch. Laziness is your best business partner. Kong confirms. He even shook hands with laziness. Deal of the century. Number 5, working with AI and neural networks. Now let's talk about what's happening right before our eyes: artificial intelligence. When Kong first saw what a neural network can do, he thought, that's it, monkeys will be replaced by robots. Kong panicked. He imagined an army of robots taking his banana, his laptop, and even his TV remote. Kong cried in the corner. But then Kong realized something important. AI isn't a replacement, it's a tool, like a hammer, only smarter. And those who learn to use it first will take all the money. The rest will watch and envy. Kong decided not to envy. Kong decided to figure it out. There's this thing called the technology adoption curve. Every new technology goes through 5 stages. First, innovators, 2.5% of people. These are the guys who bought the first iPhone when everyone thought they were crazy. Then, early adopters, 13.5%. Then the early majority, 34%. These are the people who read 100 reviews before they buy anything. Right now, AI is roughly at the boundary between early adopters and the early majority. That means over 80% of people haven't even started using it yet. So if you start now, you get a massive head start. Kong started. Kong is already running, while everyone else is still sleeping at the starting line. One of the most in-demand skills right now is creating visual content and animation using AI. Bloggers, companies, brands, everyone wants their content to look expensive and unique, and they're willing to pay those who can make that happen. People who got in early are already earning $8,000 to $10,000 a month serving just a few clients. Of course, AI won't do everything for you. You need to understand the basics of animation and visual design, but the technology lowers the barrier to entry by 10 times. What used to take years of training now can be learned in months. Kong learned the basics in 2 months, and Kong, let me remind you, is a monkey. The main question you should ask yourself right now: will you start learning this today, or will you wait until everyone around you does and then try to catch up? Ratings. Learning curve, above average. AI simplifies the process, but you still need foundational skills.
Kong learned the hard way. He's got the bumps to prove it. Startup cost? Minimal. A subscription to a couple of services, and you're in. Income potential? High and growing. The market is just forming, which means competition is still low. Number 6, reselling luxury items. This method is for those who know fashion or are willing to learn. Kong honestly doesn't know much about fashion. Kong has been wearing the same t-shirt for 3 days. But Kong studied the topic, and here's what he found. The luxury resale market is almost $40 billion a year. Kong tried to count the zeros, lost count, started over, lost count again, gave up and just said, a lot. Why so much? Because social media culture created a massive demand for designer things. Everyone wants to look expensive, but not everyone is willing to pay full price at a boutique. Kong walked into a boutique once, saw a price tag on a handbag, $30,000. Kong slowly turned around, walked out, then ran, then flew. That's exactly where resellers step in. You find branded items below market price at flea markets, thrift stores, online classifieds from people who don't know what they have. Then you sell them at a markup to those who do know. But there's a serious expert component here. You need to tell originals from fakes. And this is where Kong made one of his classic mistakes. He examined a bag with a magnifying glass, checked the stitches, sniffed it, studied the label, confidently declared, original. The expert next to him shook his head. Fake. Kong dropped the magnifying glass. Kong lost $500 that day. But now Kong knows you need to study stitching, materials, hardware, even the smell. One mistake and your reputation is destroyed. Kong confirms. Those who do this professionally work with brands like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, Hermes. Some handbags cost tens of thousands and don't lose value. Essentially, it's a stock market, but instead of stocks, handbags. But you don't have to start with luxury. You can start with more affordable brands and gradually scale up. Kong started with $50 sneakers, sold them for $120. A small win, but Kong danced for 2 days, like he won an Oscar. And here's what's coolest, you don't need a marketing budget. Social media lets you promote for free. Film content about fashion, do reviews, and the audience will come on its own. Ratings. Learning curve? Above average. You need to seriously study the subject so you don't get fooled by a fake. Kong got fooled. Don't be that Kong. Startup cost? Minimal. Branded items cost money, even used, but you can start small. Income potential? Very high. Great margins. Sometimes one deal brings in what others earn in a month. Kong completed one sale, got a fat stack of cash, counted it, didn't believe it, and counted it again. Number 7, commercial writing. And the last method, Kong saved it for dessert. The most underrated, but possibly the most powerful, writing. But not the kind you're thinking of. Kong once dreamed he was on stage in a tuxedo receiving a literary award for his book Banana and the Stock Market. Everyone applauded. Then the dream bubble popped. Forget novels and poetry. We're talking about commercial writing, words that sell. Think about it. Every website you see, that's text. Every ad, text. Every script for a video, text. Every post that makes you hit buy, that's someone's work. Even this video, someone wrote it. Okay, fine, Kong had help. Copywriting is the ability to sell through words. And right now, when every business, every blogger, every brand is online, the demand for people who write persuasively is through the roof. Scripts for TikTok, posts for Instagram, website copy, email newsletters, ad copy. Behind the scenes of any successful content, almost always there's a writer. Some copywriters charge $500 an hour. Kong did the math. 500 times 8 hours. The calculator started smoking. 4,000 a day? Kong fell off his chair, got back up, fell off again. And for one sales page for a website, some charge up to $50,000. Sounds insane? But if that text increases a company's monthly profit by hundreds of thousands, it's a smart investment. It's all about leverage. You make rich people even richer, and then you take your slice of the pie. Kong likes pie. He cut himself a small, modest slice, looked around to make sure no one was watching, then cut a bigger one, then an even bigger one. But honestly, this is the hardest skill of all the ones mentioned today. Not physically, mentally. To write well, you need to be able to focus for hours, and that's Kong's weak spot. Kong tried to write. A notification popped up, distracted. Another one, distracted. Phone rang, distracted. Opened TikTok, lost for 30 minutes. After 2 hours, the document showed one word, hello. Kong stared at the screen and sighed deeply. In the age of notifications, the ability to focus is a superpower. That's exactly why good writers earn so much. There are catastrophically few of them. Kong is working on it, slowly, very slowly. The advice from the best copywriters, which Kong wrote on a sticky note and stuck on his monitor, don't try to be the cheapest. There will always be someone who charges less. Instead, be the most valuable. Find a client who can afford to pay well and deliver quality they can't get anywhere else. Ratings. Learning curve? High. Writing takes serious practice and the ability to not get distracted. Kong still fights this battle every day. He opens a document, sets a timer, 3 seconds later, opens TikTok, catches himself, closes it. 5 seconds later, opens it again. Kong is mad at himself. Startup cost? 0. Any device you can type on will do. Kong sometimes writes on his phone in the subway. It comes out messy, but it comes out. Income potential? Explosive. Once you learn to sell with words, there's practically no ceiling.
So, 7 methods: short-form videos, community management, investing, online coaching, working with AI, reselling luxury goods, commercial writing. Each one is real, each one is accessible, and each one can become something much bigger than a side hustle. Kong himself is still learning, making mistakes, sometimes dumb ones, sometimes really dumb ones, but every mistake is a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to money. Kong shares them with you so you don't step on the same rake, although stepping on rakes is kind of Kong's signature move. The only difference between those who earn and those who dream is one action. Just start. Today. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, now. Pick one method that resonates with you and take the first step. Let it be small. Let it be clumsy. Kong started by investing $10 and losing $3, but that was the beginning. And now Kong is telling this story to thousands of people. If you want more breakdowns like this from Kong, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, and Kong will see you in the next episode, where he'll probably lose money on something again, but he'll tell you about it so you don't repeat it. And yeah, if someone tells you that without a degree you'll never make it, show them this video, and then show them your bank account. In a year. Kong will show his too, if there's something to show.